Hello all, and welcome to another episode of The Big Girl's View, a grown woman's point of view. That's right, my point of view. For the three of you who might not know, I'm Essence, and it's time to get this thing cracking. Now, typically I'd give you guys a movie review, but let's face it, box office are pretty stale right now while they're waiting for the summer. So I hit up the Red Box, and Grudge Match was there. It's a movie about two over-the-hill boxers not really living the life we expect of former celebrities. And Kevin Hart has a character who's promoting a fight for them that should be a huge payday for them all. Now, Sylvester Stallone is one of the boxers, and his character uses his money to care for an elderly friend in his old age. Robert De Niro's character uses it to help his son and grandson. Kevin Hart's character says he uses it for his son's private school, but actually uses the money to buy a Porsche. And not only that, there's a scene where Kevin Hart is networking from his mobile phone in his Porsche from the parking lot of a cheap motel. You know the kind. Some of y'all know it as the one that has both hourly and weekly rates. The rest of us know it as the hotel that Norman Bates runs. At any rate, the idea that one of only two black characters in this movie would purchase a Porsche while living in a motel stunned me. It shouldn't have. People have been making jokes about niggernomics and black folks with bad credit for years. Think about all the black sitcoms over the years. Very few black people have lived in houses on TV. I'm thinking the Cosby and maybe the Waynans. All the others have lived in projects like Good Times, Junkyards, Sanford and Son, apartments, think Jeffersons or 227 or Parkers, or with other family members like Family Matters, House of Pain, Meet the Browns. The truth is that poverty is like cancer. It don't know color. Anybody can suffer from it. But it seems to me that the media is creating a joke out of something really serious. Now, y'all know I see conspiracies in everything. It's like the powers that be got together and they decided that, hey, if we make them think they have no future, we can keep them down. So they tell young black men, you'll probably be murdered before you're 25, and if you live past that, you won't find a job or have insurance, so you'll die early from heart disease and diabetes. We'll go get the comedians to joke about it, put it on TV and movies, call it keeping it real, and hey, they won't fight it. But guess what? I'm a lover and a fighter. So I thought I'd take a moment to give a few financial tips, because guess what? You do have a future, so plan for it. It's simple, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Number one is to pay yourself first. Now, that doesn't mean you go to the club or buy that dress before you pay the light bill. First of all, it means to invest in yourself, your education, job skills, continuing development, things that make you marketable and make you money. Secondly, it remembers that the goal is to be old one day. So put money in your savings like you pay rent. You don't call the landlord or the mortgage company and say, hey, can I get 50 of that back? It's my house anyway. Or, hey, I'll just add a little more extra next month. Number two, protect yourselves and your loved ones. Insurance is not a scam. Make sure somebody can put you in the ground if, God forbid, something happens to you. It would be a shame for your family to be mourning while buzzards are circling the yard because they had to dig a hole next to Fido. But that's not all. Also think about long illnesses or disability. So some types of disability insurance could be considered too. Now, you know those what's in your wallet commercials? Well, the answer should be cash. Don't use credit cards for everything. You use credit to purchase things that have lasting value. And no, that leather coat, those Louis Vuittons, and those rims don't count as items of lasting value. I'm talking about education, a home, a car. And you never, ever use a credit card for gas and food. If you don't still have it when the bill comes, you probably won't pay the bill. And number four, live simply. Okay, so it's not flashy, fly, fun, and you might not get featured in an episode of VH1's The Fabulous Life of. But guess what? If you don't luck out and die young, think MC Hammer. Write down your budget, keep a diary, see how close you're sticking to your budget and if you can change. If you spend $200 a month on entertainment at the club, movies, whatever, cut it down to $100. Think of it as found money. And trust me, you don't look broke because you're living simple. You look a hell of a lot smarter than that fool at the bus stop wearing Beats headphones. Now, these might seem simple, but I'm here to tell you that baby steps can get you there. Remember, it's easy to listen to jokes and laugh. After all, ignorance is bliss. But knowledge is power. So grab your power and be great.